How you doing, everybody? First, I want to say shout out to my subscribers, the ones that had wished me a speedy recovery, and for the new subscribers and new people who came and stopped by my channel to see the last video that I made and to reach out to me and wish me for a speedy recovery. I appreciate you guys. So let's get into this. By the way, before I get into it, I'm still recovering. The recovery is going well. It just takes some time. Every day is getting better. And, I'm going to continue to keep pushing forward and, let my body heal the way it needs to heal. And, yeah. So let me dead that real quick. So let's get into this topic. So, as I do my usual thing with sitting back and watching YouTube videos, and also, seeing basically seeing things that's happening on the outside. When I go out, because I can't really do much when I go out, but I go out and have like a short walk to get my body moving for my recovery, and so my organs won't, fail me. And as I'm walking, and as I'm observing these YouTube videos that I see so much hate, and I see so much divide, man. And I see so much hate and divide to the point to where it's becoming sickening. And it already has been sickening, but I'm saying it's even more violent, even more sickening. And it's like when you reach out, to get some help or some assistance on achieving what you're trying to achieve, and you're working towards that, and you're not doing the things that regular people would do, people would give you all kind of guilt and shame because they feel like that's not traditional work. And it's sad because, when people ask for help, these people will say, man, I'm not finna give you my hard-earned money. You should be able to go out there and get it yourself. And when people say this type of stuff, they saying it like there's no other way to make no money. Like you have to go to an actual job to make money. And if you don't, then you're just gonna sink. And I have pushback on that because there's people out here who's actually working regular jobs, man. The majority of people, I'm not saying all, but the majority of people, they're behind in life because the math ain't mathing. They can't get caught up in their bills. They can't live comfortably. They can't do the things they would do like they did back in the day, right? And the reason why they can't do these things is because of how things are today. And so they have to be able to be out here and work 2 or 3 jobs in order to make ends meet. And if they work one traditional job, they ain't gonna help it. They ain't gonna cut it. And so when they reach out to other people, which I thought in my heart of hearts, right, it's about community, right? It's not about, when somebody asks you, for help, that you don't shame them because they ain't doing what you're doing. I thought that's what it was about, assisting other folks in whatever kind of way possible that you can, not letting your place of work or whatever you're doing ridicule you helping someone else. I thought that's what it was about. But the more and more that I see this stuff on a regular, everyday basis, it makes my heart sink. It hurts me so much because we have become this. You know what I'm saying? We have become this, and there's people out there who don't give a damn about you, and they'll walk over you, and they'll step on you, and they'll let you feel like you less than because you don't have what they have, or you're not doing what they're doing. So they project their miserableness, in that capacity, right? As far as them going to go make money the way that they do, right? They look down upon you, and they don't find a way to try to assist you, right? Meaning that if you have a different path that you're taking, they won't assist you in that because they feel like, well, no, you out here doing the begging. We don't do begging. We don't do begging. But if you're working towards something, we probably possibly help you towards that, depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they won't just look at it as someone just really needing serious help. And that's what the world has become, man. These jobs got these people so far in their head to the point to where they don't see humanity nowhere but themselves, right? And again, you have to make a living. You got to do what you got to do, right? I get that. But to sit here and shame somebody else and to basically break them down as if they're less than you because they're not doing what you're doing, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and slap yourself. Slap yourself 100 times. Because it doesn't make any sense, man. We're living in one of the worst times in America, in history. And you folks still, without a shadow of a doubt, still telling people to pull themselves up from their bootstraps and make it happen. That's crazy, man, when you really think about it, man. You telling somebody to pick themselves up from their bootstraps, which is an old school traditional ass way that we are far removed from. And you still want to shame these people, and you still talk a lot of shit about these people. And tell them that they're less than. Because they ain't got a pot to piss in or one to throw it out of, but they're working towards whatever achievement that they're trying to achieve, right? And they need assistance, right? They don't want to have to end up going to the government because we all know how that situation is when trying to get assistance from them, right? We look to each other for help, right? And that shouldn't be a problem with nobody, but it is. And these people have indoctrinated these people's minds to making them think that it's cool to do that to someone else. I won't do that. That's not me, man. Right now, yeah, I'm down and out, but I won't be like this forever, right? Because I don't have a problem asking anybody, right? And this is not, to me, fuck all that. This is the internet thing and people begging. Man, listen. Even if you're not on here doing it, you're out in public doing it, however you're doing it, right? You're trying to get some assistance to get to where you need to get to, right? And even the things that you have that you're working towards, right? It may be a little difficult to get further in life, and you just need the help from someone else. But to sit here and basically be like, oh no, I can't do that, man. And then basically telling other people, and people think the same way that you do. They think the same way that you do, and think it's normal for people just to shame somebody else, for not doing the things that they're doing. And I'm gonna tell you something, right? The world wouldn't be unique the way it is if there wasn't people that thought differently, right? We're not living in a world where there's people that's doing the same. I mean, yeah, they're doing the same exact thing as far as traditional work. As far as those people getting up and going to work every day, and they're doing that, right? But I'm saying as far as people being individuals and how they are as a person, right? We're not all the same. We're all different. And that's what makes this world so unique, because we're all different. We're all not the same. But for some reason, other people want people to be the same. Mindless ass people, not giving a fuck about nobody else but themselves, right? And not having a heart for other people, or having a compassion for other people. I don't like that kind of shit, man. I don't. That's just not in my blood. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is just me speaking my mind, right? People are going to do what they want to do regardless, man. People are going to sit here and do what they normally do, right? Which is be cold-hearted, which would be not a thoughtful, not a compassionate, not an empathetic person. They wouldn't be, because they don't have it in them. And those kind of people, you know what I'm saying? You don't hate them, right? You still love them, you care for them, right? But you got to move accordingly to their actions, because their actions are partaking in something that's very evil and demonic. And I'm telling you, when that time comes, right? Because the people that's already down and out, man, if they haven't lost their mind, they will lose their mind. And it's going to be to a point that people are going to get unalived. Going to get unalived because they're just trying to make it in whatever kind of way possible, right? And do the things they can do to better their lives, right? Not having to always be at a place of business that people always think you should have to be, right? No. If you do go to that business and you do decide to give your time away to somebody else, then cool. Okay, that's cool too if you want to, right? But I'm saying being self-sufficient and doing things for yourself, man, and not afraid to get help along the way while you're making this stuff happen. What is wrong with that? People have a big issue with that, man. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Why is self-sufficiency so frowned upon? I mean, are y'all crazy? You see, man, this is why. This is why. Again, the world is in a divide, man, and it's getting worse and worse. Like the better technology is going to be, the worse off we're going to be, right? Because people don't want to come together, right? They're going to, even when this stuff comes in, I mean, it's already coming up, it's already here, but I'm saying even when it decides to form even more, and people are going to have to adjust to it, right? In order not to get left, these people are still going to feel the way they feel. They're going to have their old school minds. They're still going to feel like, because for some strange reason, that, oh man, I know for a fact that AI is taking over. I know people are losing their jobs left and right, and they're going to continue to keep losing their jobs. But you got to figure out a way to work around it, man. There's going to still be some jobs out here, right? Yeah, it will be, but it'll be very little, right? And it's going to force people to be self-sufficient. But people will look at this and it's like this is not actually happening. They're going to look at you as being a delusional person, and you're lazy, and you're a bum, and you're this and that. Like, they start calling you all these kind of weak ass names, all in the name of being indoctrinated into feeling like everything is about yourself, and it should be about whatever you stand for in your family, right? You shouldn't care for other people. That's what they want you to feel like. They want you to be like, oh, the person that's asked you for this, or that person want to be able to build community with you, right? That person is your enemy, and those people are not your enemy, man. The enemy is somebody that we can't see, that we don't even turn a blind eye to. I mean that we don't turn a blind eye to. We turn a blind eye to like it's not actually happening. I made this video for y'all, man, because it was on my heart, man. And although I'm recovering and my stomach still hurts, you know, I wanted to make this video because it's been some days, and as the stuff that was going on and I was seeing it, it was on my heart, man. And I just see so much divide. And I see people just gossiping left and right, man. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just so damn sick, man, how the world has become. It's really sick, man. And these people don't give a shit. It really bugs me to death, man. Because damn, like, I'll tell you something. The area I live in, right, it's so desensitized that I only know the people across the street. And I've been there 5 years, man. And this neighborhood is quiet and people mind their business. That's cool too, right? And I get that and I understand that. But back in the day when I was coming up, it was about community and everybody was outside. and everyone looked out for one another. And in this neighborhood, which I'm quite sure there's other neighborhoods like this, that you don't see a single soul out here, man. Nobody outside and just really just enjoying the neighborhood, because they have taught folks to just mind your business, right? Not to build some kind of community. It's crazy, man. We amongst in the world amongst the millions and millions of people, man, and you know, there's no type of togetherness. None, man. None. And of course, I move accordingly because, of course, I'm not going to go door to door and be saying, "Hey, my name is such and such. I want to build a community with you," because they're gonna look at me funny, right? Like, man, if you don't get your ass away from my door, right? They're gonna do that because obviously they don't want to get to know somebody, man. Usually, from what I used to know is that if you don't make it to every person's door, right, you're gonna know the majority of the people on your block. And you got their back and they got yours. But it's not like that these days. At least from where I'm at, right? I mean, I know in different other parts of the world, they have community and people look out for one another. They do. But to be like this, man, and just be so desensitized and just wait until it really hits and then shit hits the fan, it's gonna be sad, man. And I'm just gonna make sure that I move accordingly and make sure that nobody try to hurt me based on the situation at hand, because I'm not one of those people who's not willing to help somebody else if I haven't, right? I'm willing to help, but for the majority of the people, man, they're not willing. So that's what's gonna make these folks crazy, and I wish it wasn't like that. I really, really wish it wasn't like that. But hey, that's the world we live in. 2026 is on the rise, man. It's gonna get worse, man. So just get ready for that, and just do whatever you can to just try to stay alive, man. Because I'm telling you, when this shit hits, it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna really be bad. All in the name of food, water, and shelter, man. And people just being the way they are, we're going back and forth with one another, man. So, with that being said, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm gonna go back and rest and just continue to keep recovering. Salute to y'all. I'm out.